Everyone says Caravaggio painted darkness like no one else. They're wrong. There was one painter who didn't just match him. She went further. And for her, it wasn't just paint. It was revenge. Her name was Artemisia Gentileschi. Both Caravaggio and Gentileschi painted the same biblical scene, Judith beheading the General Holofernes to save her people. Caravaggio painted his version around 1599. Judith is dramatic, but she's distant from the violence. Her arm is almost straight, her face calm, like she's keeping herself as far from the blood as possible. Gentileschi painted her version around 1620. And it's a completely different scene. Judith is fully committed. Her whole body is in it, muscles straining, sleeves rolled up, blood spraying in 3 directions across the sheets. She's not standing back from the violence. She's inside it. Gentileschi trained under her father, Artemisia Gentileschi, who was part of the same artistic circle influenced by Caravaggio. Historians still debate whether she ever met Caravaggio directly, or absorbed his style entirely through her father's world. But by the time she painted this Judith, her command of light and shadow, chiaroscuro, rivaled his. Some argue it surpassed him. But to understand why her version feels so different, you have to know what happened to her in 1611. That year, Artemisia Gentileschi was abused by Agostino Tassi, a painter her father had hired to tutor her. What followed was a public trial. And it was brutal. To verify her testimony, Artemisia was tortured on the stand with thumbscrews, a device that crushed the fingers of the very hand she painted with. Tassi was convicted. He was barely punished. Judith Slaying Holofernes was painted in the years after that trial. And art historians widely read it as an act of reclamation. Judith isn't a passive biblical heroine in this painting. She's Artemisia. And Holofernes is Tassi. She didn't just paint the story. She put him in it. If you want to actually read paintings like this, spot the symbolism, the history hiding in the brush strokes, understand why an artist chose one exact moment to paint, I made a free 5-minute guide that walks you through exactly how to do it. Comment art below and I'll send it to you. But Artemisia Gentileschi was not defined by that one trial, or even by that one painting. After the trial, she went on to become the first woman ever admitted to the Accademia delle Arti del Decino in Florence, the prestigious art academy that, until then, had been closed to women entirely. She built a decades-long, successful career painting for major patrons, including the Medici family. She wasn't a footnote or a victim story. She was one of the most sought-after painters of her generation. She also kept returning to Judith and Holofernes throughout her career. She painted at least 2 more versions of the same subject, each one slightly different in composition and intensity, as if she never fully finished saying what she needed to say through that image. And there's one more detail that ties her whole story together. In her self-portrait known as an allegory of painting, Artemisia painted herself as the personification of painting itself. For centuries, that role had only ever been shown through symbolic, imagined female figures. No working female painter had ever depicted herself, her actual likeness, in that role. She didn't just paint darkness like Caravaggio. She painted herself into the history of art, at a time when women weren't even allowed to enter the building where art was taught. If stories like this are your thing, comment art for that free guide, and subscribe if you want more. The Blaze of Art is an independent project born in Argentina to rescue and preserve the most fascinating stories in art history. If you wish to support our mission and help us keep creating, please subscribe, follow our social media or support us via PayPal using the links below. Every small contribution keeps this flame alive.